Hey all! Last week's astrology, we took it up until the 30th, and I was debating whether I would do a full-on reading or whether I would do just short ones. I think this is going to be a bit shorter than the whole week, but depending on when you see this energy check-in is from midweek onwards till about the 2nd or 3rd of April. And the reason last one's was extended until like the end of March, but really took us up to the 27th, 28th, and then I touched base on Thursday that Leo was going to be, the moon was passing through Leo towards the end of March. So I'm going to just take it from midweek and then into the weekend, ready ahead of our next week. But also to see what energies you've actually picked up on, and also to channel in to see if we've got any more themes coming up for the different elements that we can work on going into next week. If new themes come up next week, these ones will still be very relevant because this week I feel we're still trying to harmonize clearing out with the new paradigm and the new coming in. So let's check in. So on Tuesday, the 27th, we would have had Mercury conjoining Jupiter in Aries. And it's a great time for improving your mindset because you'll be in a broad-minded, optimistic view. But just check the fact, you might have felt like Tuesday, Wednesday, depending when you see this, that you really need to focus on checking the facts before making big investments or decisions. And if you're seeing this during this time past Tuesday or into Wednesday, going into Thursday, that's fine. Just bear that in mind. Basically, they're not exactly Mercury and Jupiter, 18 degrees, are not the best of friends, but still a conjunction can bring good things. It's not a square. So good news can arrive. We can be feeling playful and fortunate. Creative ideas are popping into our heads. Be sure to have something to capture them throughout the day, just in case you get a spark of light bulb moments. Mercury is about trade and commerce, and Jupiter is about prosperity, abundance, expansion. And with a combo, we're likely to feel a potential. Now, all throughout this week, you might have felt like a lighter go-getter energy than last week, and you can feel the shift. I do feel though that some of us might not be feeling the shift totally and be like, what is this new? I've not felt a go-getter shift just yet, but you'll be feeling a bit lighter. And I think it's because we are in a new timeline where, you know, you've got Saturn in Pisces, which is changing everything, very significant, and we've got Pluto going into Aquarius, which will be there until June, and then it'll go back into Capricorn until like the end of November, end of year, back into Aquarius at the beginning of 2024. So we will actually get a taster during now until mid-June in terms of Pluto and Aquarius. But these are massive shifts. Like if a sign goes into a sign, a planet goes into a sign like Pluto and Aquarius for 20 years, you can expect massive shifts for us all. And so this week you might have felt, you know, like a lot of creative energy, sexual energy as well. And sexual energy doesn't have to just be in terms of, you know, having that activity, just trying to filter a little bit for the channel or YouTube just in case. It's about creative endeavors. It connects to our sacral chakra as well. It's a more playful, enjoying week and creativity, and you might feel it. You might also feel a bit of sexual tension. Watch your overspending and indulging, because, you know, when we're feeling good, sometimes we can go down that route. So that's just something to be aware of. Some of you might have already started spending and be like, yeah, that's right. And like I said, there's some of us that are still healing and releasing. So you might actually feel you're going from one to the other, and you're kind of like, why am I frustrated today? Why is everyone getting on my nerves? And why am I so triggered? There's also Mars that moved into Cancer, and I explained this in last week's reading. If you've not seen it, do go look at it, because it's with us, although it's only 2 months. Mars and Cancer don't necessarily feel good together, and that will be explained in that reading. Do revisit it, because it takes us up to the 30th. This is like a check-in and a little bit more details on the dates. And that's why when I said I do the astrological week, I cover a week, but sometimes it includes other days as well, like an extended few days, because I'll explain the energy briefly. If it's not something massive, you know, then there's no need for me to do an astrological week that has 4-day gap. I'll take you up over those 2 days, and then I recover the energies that we might be feeling. And also, it's not all pre-recorded, so as the energy shift, I feel the shift, I can also kind of confirm. Or if there's certain days where there's been certain shifts, I look at the moon cycle. So for example, on Tuesday, the moon was actually in Gemini, and I wonder if you actually, Monday, the moon was in Gemini, and you might have felt like, you know, I think I explained this last time it was in Gemini, chatty, more communication, being open to communicate, connect with others. But it also sextile Jupiter in Aries, so it was a great day to go for goals, long range plans, continue to feel social throughout the day, and that you might have felt that into Monday. And also, where I say something is on a certain day, you can start to feel it the day before and the day after. And don't forget, we're on different time zones as well. So the date is specific, but you might feel it a few hours before that date hits 12 midnight, because it's not as soon as it hits 12 a.m. that, oh, okay, I felt like this, you know. So take it where I say midweek, where I've said, for example, Mercury conjunct Jupiter on Tuesday, you can feel it on the Wednesday as well when you're watching this. So what I was going into, it's an all good feel week. And I feel that you probably, and let me know in the comments, have started to feel more of a, I feel like more of a stable energy, where there is go-getter energy coming in. There is some sort of positivity energy shift. Some of us might be in total go-getter, and some of us, because we're still healing karmic cleansing our old self, we're trying to harmonize that. We might feel a bit sort of still flowing, but we feel a bit of a difference in comparison to Pisces season, or the week before the last week's astrology. If you take the 2 weeks ago comparing to this week, you'll see how you feel the difference probably. And if you look at the last 2 weeks, so the week before and last week's and this week now on this channel, you'll see how there's a bit of a transition in the energy shift. But yeah, because we've also got Chiron in the mix. Still, we've got Chiron, the wounded healer in Jupiter. So that's still at play. And we've got Vesta in the mix. So we can expect that. So you can be feeling any of those, what I've just described, completely normal. If your best friend who's in Aries, for example, is like, whoa, I'm flying high. And you're like, I'm not feeling it. I felt a bit different, but you're all right. It's going to... Next week is going to shift. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to go into that. We've still got this week the North Node, which is going to be squaring Pluto. And this can cause a bit of tension, okay? And it can cause tension and friction and a power battle of like making sure the power is giving back to the people, which we know as Pluto goes into Aquarius, that is going to be a big theme. So when this North Node is squaring Pluto during this week, we might feel some friction or tension, and it's going to be around that. Now also this week, we're going to have Mars and Saturn at play together. So we've got Mars in Cancer, we've got Saturn in Pisces. And although like they're not the best of friends, but together they give an energy of committed, being devoted to your craft or your family or your own journey. So very much a devoted one, because Mars in Cancer is family, stability, what you love, what you need to nurture, which can be yourself or your family, your community. And Saturn in Pisces is very much the same, because Saturn is like a father figure, so it's kind of nurturing, like looking after the family, being committed, devoted, loyal, to be at service. And this could be also the divine feminine, because a lot of us need to step up into that area. And so it's not about a male or female or the father or the mother, it's about the energy of the planet and the energy of divine feminine and masculine. Now we've also got Lilith trine the sun. And I think it's passing through Leo towards the end of the week, which means that it's going to be about, hi, I need to be seen, I'm here. It's going to be highlighting to be seen, to be playful. So it's not heavy energy, but that is in the mix. If anything, it's probably good. In terms of your placements, obviously Cancers and Pisces, heavy placements, especially 0 to 5 degrees. I would look at that, where it sits in your houses. Taurus, probably your whole house. And then just focus at your top placements, sun, moon, rising. Do really look into those elements, because there will be themes that you feel across them. So if your sun is in, let's say, an earth sign, and you just want to look at the earth element, that's fine. But we've got a heavy focus on the other placements, which I would say, if you're top placements, I would definitely watch them. But if you want to go further, you can look at where Pisces and Cancer is. And obviously Aries is at big play, Taurus is at big play. But look at your top placements as well. And it would Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, but I would also look at like Mars and Saturn, and see and take what really benefits you. So with the midweek, what we've got is Mars trining Saturn and Venus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. So I mentioned about Mars and Saturn. Now the conjunction of Venus conjunction Uranus in Taurus, it means we need to use our mind as wise as possible. And if relationships are reaching an end turning point, practice radical acceptance and release, rather than holding on to something that's not working for you and actually probably leading into resentment and toxicity further down the line. If you remember when I mentioned Venus moving into Taurus, it's going to be around real stuff, real relationships, tangible relationships, long-term committed relationships. That will be the focus, and you can see why this is highlighting when it conjuncts Uranus in Taurus. Now, moving on from midweek, I've mentioned all the energies we might be feeling. Friday and Saturday, which I mentioned last week, which took us up to the 30th and 31st, basically the end of the month I did, March. We've got the moon that moves through Leo, and this is really to let your inner child out, let loose, have fun, do something you enjoy. For the most, the weather will be getting warmer for us, so we can go outside, we can look at social circles, our activities, get out there, connect to people. You know, there's going to be also an element that you want to be seen, you want to be recognized, a bit of a stroke of an ego, but not in a bad way. So that's going to be about Friday and Saturday. There is also in the weekend a strong connection of creativity, like I said, sexual tension, energy, enjoying. That sort of energy should be prominent as well in the weekend. Just careful of the little parts where I said there might be frustrations. Just honor that if you feel it. And it could be around the triggers that you're trying to release and let go of, which is not always easy to understand. Now, Sunday takes us into April, which is the 2nd of April, and the moon will move through to Virgo. I will be doing an update next week as well. It'll be probably around the 3rd or 4th, but depending where you are in the world. So Sunday, with the moon moving into Virgo, it's an excellent time to wrap up loose ends, get organized, maybe look at what you need to plan for the following week, get your diary in or schedule together, maybe spring clean again, maybe it's a day of getting your house together before we start the new week. That's just really about the moon in Virgo. Nothing big, nothing major. It's not oversensitive. It's not too fiery where it's resisting either. Now the third, I believe we've got Mercury moving into Taurus. And I will discuss that a bit further. If I don't have the weekly astrology up by the 3rd, I will do a short on it. But that's really the other transit. The 4th, there isn't much significant, but I will tap into energies when I do the weekly. But after that, we're heading into around the 6th or the 7th, there's a full moon. So by the 4th and 5th, we're going to start feeling energies of that full moon. And I will discuss that in the weekly next week as well. For the signs that will feel it, I believe it's in Libra. So Libra, you're going to also start to feel it because the sun is in Aries. So that's really about the week ahead until like the 3rd and 4th. And as you can see, it's a tiny bit shorter, not much, but if you're liking this, please do like and subscribe and comment. Just want to make sure that I've not missed anything. Yeah, I think that wraps it up for our check-in on the astrology. We'll dive into the signs, and what I do want to say is that the themes for this, I will say in each element of how long I think it is, but it can go beyond when I say there's a weekly astrology or update. It definitely can go beyond that, so don't limit it to that. And also do check your top elements, because Pisces is very significant, where you have Pisces and what degrees. Taurus, the whole house of Taurus. I think I noted as well Cancer. So it really is important, but definitely, I mean, if you're watching this when Mercury conjunct Jupiter on the 28th, it can bring good news, increase in optimism, positive adventures, good time to book a trip, a good time to study, to take a course. It can bring also, though, overconfidence, over exaggeration, over sort of focus on self because of Aries, over promising as well because you're expanding, and like I said, indulging, overspending. Oops, not for me, but I can just see someone who's like, oops, not see someone, I felt someone's energy. And then on the 30th, when Venus conjunct Uranus and Taurus, which I touched base on, it can bring change, excitement in love, sudden spending, social media, online connections, romantic surprises. But also it can bring rebelling when you're bored in love, overspending, shocks in DMs, shock split ups. So, you know, it is overall a good week. Focus on the elements that I mentioned. And obviously next week we'll dive into it a little bit further and see what else we get coming through. But the next more bigger thing after the 31st is the 3rd, where I mentioned Mercury moving into Taurus, I believe. So having said that, let's get into the signs. We'll go for fire first. The energy theme for fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, and then we'll see who's calling me, but fire is very active this past 2 weeks. We've already had a card pull out, but let's see what we get. Do check your top placements, like I said, for the elements, and then also continue with last week's theme. If it's something that you've resonated with, continue to work on it and take that guidance on board throughout this week as well, because it covers till the end of March. Now, some of you might relate to that one as opposed to this one. Some of you might relate to both. Some of you might relate to the element, for example, of fire, but then you relate to the element of earth. So having said that, let's get kicked in with fire. Guidance for fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, please. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, so what I'm getting here is we've got the Ten of Swords, we've got the Page of Swords, and the Five of Cups. The Ten of Swords is you are coming to a completion of something that's been heavy, something that's really hurt you, something that's knocked you down. You've tried to get up several times, you just keep getting knocked down, and now you feel like you can't get up anymore. It's been really hurtful, and I wonder if you've been alone in this as well. Okay, the Page of Swords, there is something coming in. Okay, there is some form of communication coming in that's going to help you. Now with these elements, obviously I try to focus on spiritual guidance, and with the Page, it's like a renowned, youthful energy that's coming back to you. Maybe through a communication that's triggered. Okay. The communication you get can also mean you look at something in a sense of, it's not working out for me. I need to change something. Something needs to change. Because this I can't continue with. And this is not working out for me. I also feel with this there's a bit of stagnancy. We'll dive deeper to see if this Page of Swords is the energy you're going to take on, or is it the communication you're getting? There is an element here of, I don't know if something's knocked your confidence as well. Eight of Swords. So, you know, you're anxious. There's, some of you could not be maybe not be sleeping at night. I wonder if this communication is someone that's been, you've tried to continue to have confidence, but someone has come in, look, Two of Swords, a difficult decision, something of that you need to make a decision on, or you're feeling you can't make a decision. You feel you need to make a decision on something, but you're not able to see the way. You're not able to see the way forward. You know you need change. You know you need movement. The only thing that's moving right now is the Page of Swords. And I wonder if it's you that's actually feeling quite defeated with all this energy around you. It could also mean that you have heavy air in your chart, if you do check the air reading. But also you could have, this could be relating to someone who has air in their charts that's quite heavy. We've got all swords here apart from the Five of Cups. And this is the only one that's indicating you have been trying to change, but I feel there's, while you're trying to do that, there's kind of setbacks or something coming your way that knocks your confidence. And I wonder if this is to do with someone. Queen of Wands, finally, I'm seeing that you're coming a bit into your power. Now, with the Queen of Wands, this could mean where you, like I said, you've had the confidence, then someone's knocked your confidence and you've gone into like a little rabbit hole of, I need to say something, but I don't know how it's going to work out, because all I keep getting is that I have to fight for something. Someone's knocked my confidence, put me back into this small play, and I don't actually think it's someone who's healthy for you. So if this is resonating, you need to move away from that person. Four of Pentacles indicates to me that you are feeling possibly a bit unstable at this moment in time. You're holding on to your finances. You're trying to hold on to your finances as well. I feel what's needed here is that you move into a soft, warm energy into your heart space, okay? Trust the universe and move into your heart space. I wonder if some of you have been feeling isolated and disconnected. These two cards with the Five of Cups seem to indicate to me none of that looks like home or a place of where you feel at home. So have some of you felt like you're not sure where your place is? Caring connections, yeah. So move into a heart-centered place, and 1 and 4 equals change as well. So change is coming in. I feel that's actually saying a woman holding a heart. So you remember I said move into caring connections. Interesting, we've got 14, so a 4 is significant, and 44. Very significant number 4s, which is about stability, is about time frames. It's about, feeling stable and grounded and financially secure. So let's see, basically I'm seeing that caring connections are coming in for you, and the woman holding the heart is really about you moving into your heart center, which can be very difficult with all these swords energy. And your heart is pulling you towards something, which I think is going to lead you to a new environment of caring connections, people, opportunities, as soon as you move into a heart-centered place. Now, you might have felt like I've grown, I did connect to my heart, I don't know what is happening, but yes, I'm trying to stay soft, and it is telling you to remain soft. Now, where your confidence has been bashed a little bit, 3 and 9 is a 12. 12, 1 and 2 equals a 3, which is about gaining your confidence again. And if you look, it's the throat chakra. So whatever this has been, and the 10 of Swords, okay, gain your confidence again, coming to the Queen of Wands, okay? Speak your authentic self. Don't allow anything to make you feel defeated, but also try to be in a softer, more warming, loving place so that you move into this new environment. I wonder if your heart is calling you to a new place. I do feel like some of you have felt alone and isolated, and I totally feel that. There's a card that's flipped, I'm going to take it. Community, as I say that, isolated. But your heart is calling you to a new place, to an environment. 7 is also just, you've made that change and you're coming into a more of a confident area. And I've been talking about confidence, haven't I? And here it is. You need to gain your confidence back. You're going to move into the community, the place, the connection, the love, the people, the opportunity that's going to make you feel at home. And the best part of it is that you're going to be your authentic self. After being so defeated, you're going to be feeling your authentic self. But the guidance here is to remain within your heart. What is your heart pulling you towards? And remain soft and warm towards it. Isn't it pulling you towards a person, to a community, to a place? Is it pulling you towards somewhere in the world? Is it a spiritual calling? Are your ancestors calling you? Is it to do with, I've got a card coming out here, but I just want to check if I just do something. We got the dog. I wanted to pull out to see. Now, the thing with the dog is that it's very loyal. So we're talking about caring connections, community, woman holding the heart, 5th chakra, which is your throat, confidence, and the dog comes out and it's telling you, I will love without condition, the heart space. My energy and enthusiasm is an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and I am a friend. So as well as you being within that space of being this person that you are authentically, moving into that space and the woman holding the heart, you're also going to be in the place where you are finally recognized and there's loyal people around you. There's people that connect with you. You might be feeling that you're belonging somewhere. There's the angel of strength that's telling you. Also 5 is a change. Telling you here, have strength. Don't lose it. The angel is with you. This is Leo's card as well. So Leo, you're coming through strong here. But regardless, normally the strength card is saying about having the strength and the willpower. But for me, it's telling you you've got the angel of strength on your side. The angel of strength on your on your side. So it's, I'm feeling like basically an angel is telling you to stay strong at this moment because you're going to be okay. Things are going to pull through. With this, I'm also seeing that some of you might end up being called to a certain area, to certain people, and you're going to be sort of their teacher or their strength without you knowing, you know, or you could be seeking a spiritual mentor. Some of you could be taking a spiritual path where, like I said, if you feel like you've not been getting what you need or a place called home, you might be going on a search to find that. You are releasing deceit. You are releasing anything that's not sat in your, it's releasing those that you feel could have also deceived you. Deceit, it could be around this person that's actually dropped your confidence and made you go into a smaller version of yourself, where you felt like you've had to be this page of swords that we had. And so this is what is you need to cut away from. It's just not aligned with you. We've got these beautiful cards and this card comes out. You know, it also translates to a 7. You've got quite a lot of 4s and you've got 7s here. 7 is, like I said, is building your confidence again. But here in this card, there's also an element of letting go of deceit, manipulation, lies, people that are, you know, not good for you. And there's definitely a person that some of you might have knocked your confidence. And this is for some of you, might not be for all of you. I also feel like there's rewards with these cards coming for your hard work. As I say, that daughter spirit. So some of you are definitely looking for your place of home. You're trying to become more spiritually connected. Maybe your ancestral line of where do I feel like home is? Where's my people? Where's my love? Where's my opportunity? The daughter spirit really indicates that. It's also a number 5. We had a 5 earlier, didn't we? We had a number 5, which was the angel of strength. Interesting, with the daughter spirit. Both of them are talking about change. So there is change coming. And the angel, like I said, although translates to a strength card, I do feel like, I don't know why I'm looking at that. I do feel like it is actually telling you the angel of strength is with you. There is new beginnings. There is spiritual awakenings for you. Like I said, whether you become like a teacher for someone or someone enters your life as a teacher as well. But the doors of energetic realm of new beginnings are coming through for you. There's unlimited potential here. I'm seeing fire signs. And it's really about things that are happening at the core of your actual being with this. So like I said, being your authentic self. And like I was saying, I believe your rewards for your hard work is going to come through and things are going to become a bit sweeter. And your authentic self, being you, is going to be accepted by the right people with the cards that we've got here. I mean, we've got the community, caring connections. You know, this is the heart space that you're going to be in. Caring connections, community, your authentic self, the angel of balance, the Queen of Wands, you, trying to show you them all. And the daughter spirit. Okay, so this is all coming through for you. So very positive cards. And what you need to release is whoever this is that's causing this, whatever it is that's causing this. And sometimes it can be life in general, people you've had to deal with that, you know, put you in this fear. Maybe there's a fear for you on what's next. When is the breakthrough happening? But the right people, the right opportunities coming through for you. And what's beautiful, they're going to accept you for this new version or your authentic self if you're finding your voice. Some of you might be just finding your voice. But it does mean you need to continue to do the work. So it doesn't mean like when you see this reading, okay, I'm going to have what I need and I've had the breakthrough. We need to continue to be devoted to whatever we've been trying to work on to have this movement. Walk away from anything unhealthy and the people that are just really unhealthy for you. So walk through the daughter spirit, walk through to these people that are coming into your life, but also stay devoted to your craft and what you've been working on. That is what you need to do. And remember, I mentioned try to stay heart-centered. The woman holding the heart, from a heart warm connection, place, heart space, and energetic softening, and your journey of not being alone is coming to an end if some of you have been feeling isolated. So that's really multiple energies that you could be feeling, that all of them could be what speak to you. Some of it could be more emphasized for others, like someone, it might be someone at work who's really putting in confidence down and the rest is not resonating. Some of you, it might be to do with finding a home, finding a place you call home, your people, finding your authentic voice. So fire signs, I hope you enjoyed this spiritual guidance element for the week. And I would say it also passes a week. This is not easy work. So I'd take it up until probably the full moon, to be honest with you. I'd still, you know, apply it until that time. That's what I'm getting in terms of a time frame. Messages for air signs, please. Messages for air signs. Why do I want to say Taurus? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a bit of a hard time shuffling your cards. What is that about? Are you a bit quiet? Knight of Pentacles, so something slow moving. The moon, as I'm trying to shuffle, is not letting me go beyond it. Something slow moving, you're not seeing something clearly, you could be getting signs, you're walking away from something as well. Are you trying to fill the void or gap on something? And is there some nostalgia here? Let's keep going. I'm feeling quite disconnected. So are some of you avoiding and feeling a bit disconnected? Now this is a Three of Wands, okay? The Three of Wands is not a very disconnected card, but these two are, okay? For me, this is probably talking about a new version of yourself that you've slowly transitioned into. And this is not uncommon. It's a fire sign card, Three of Wands, but it's not uncommon for an air sign to get it because you guys like to socialize, you like to you know, be out there and communicate. Now, I do want to get a clarification for the Three of Wands before I dive deeper. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, please. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got the full moon in April coming up, which is on the 6th or 7th, and it's in Libra. So Libra, you'll be feeling this, and Aries obviously will be feeling this as well. We've got the 8 of Wands. So you are putting in the work into something and really gaining mastery. 4 of Wands, which is lovely. Clarifying even further, Ace of Cups. Okay, so what is the moon card about, please, Spirit? 8 of Pentacles. The Lovers. Okay, so some of you are walking away from an old version of yourself, all right? It might have taken you time to do so, and you're arriving in a new version of yourself, right? I'm sort of, some of you, I think, are trying to step into this new version of yourself, release this old version of yourself, but at the same time, you're not totally releasing it. And I feel like you are trying to step in the new, but sometimes you move back into the old you. And this could be because your environment, the people you're around, where you're going back to the old version of you. And so there's a bit of shady, not clear on stuff. Yet this new version of you, you already feel it, is bringing you so much abundance, celebration and happiness. And this is to do with possibly a new love, or letting go of a love that you've been really working on, but it really is no longer aligned with you. Possibly this new version of yourself. So there is a bit of nostalgia here in terms of what you're trying to release. I think it's to do with also the image of people, strategy. So really the image of what people have of you. Is really what I feel is making you, how do you let go of how people are viewing you? And I think this could be to do with close people to you, like with the Lovers card coming up. How do you let go of that? You sat working, we've got the eight of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. How do you let go of what you've been working on to move into this new journey? How do I let go of it? Strategy. How do I let go of it? I keep sipping back in because of the people around me. And I feel this is really to do with partnership. I'm going to come into the others. And this is why it's really important if you tune into my videos to follow, so that I can pinpoint a little bit more the energies. But we are talking collectively, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there's a whole range of people. And it's about walking this new journey. And what are you trying to fill? You're trying to fill a void here. You're working on something. You're trying to be busy. You're trying to fill a void. Have you actually lost someone? There's something about moving into the new you, a new journey, but a change of purpose in your life. The Angel of Strength comes out. Let's clarify the Angel of Strength. Like, it's something you want to do, the new version of you that you want to do and change, but people are getting in the way. Something's getting in the way. You're trying to move away from something. The door to personal healing and happiness comes with the Angel of Strength. So you're definitely in the right direction, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but solar plexus. So really about listening to your gut and taking action. I can't help but also see we've got a 5, a 7 and a 9 here. All odd numbers. You've got change. You've got having the confidence. And also you've got a whole transition of shedding into a new skin, okay? And really listening to your gut. You could also have a fire sign in your energy that is very strong, or you've got fire sign placements. If you have, check the fire sign reading as well, because that could be significant for you. Have some of you lost a partner, a business partner, someone you've been really devoted, committed to, but it's no longer aligned to this new person that you are trying to become? And so is that what is pulling you back? It could be family as well, or it's the superficialness of this relationship, partnership, which can be based on superficial things like looks, aesthetics, that you know now you need to move away from. Look at that, where I say move away from attachment. You're attaching yourself to it, which is making you sit back into this old version of yourself when you're trying to emerge as a new version. But how people see you is what's holding you back, or your environment, or the attachment to the person you had, and it's accepting that and detaching, but also healing. The door to personal happiness and a journey is telling me that some of you need to take some time out to heal, fill the void of this transition, especially if you're deciding to cut away from someone, or you need to cut an attachment with someone. This is also a 5 card. Change is needed. Are you expressing how you're feeling, or are you kind of woman holding the heart? So get into your heart and really connect with your heart. If some of you need to heal, don't run around keeping yourself busy, looking for the new. I just want to fill the void. Yes, the new is probably better suited for you, but there might be something that you actually need to heal, and actually need to take time to do so, to walk towards you, the new journey, and heal your heart. You know, we've got the angel of strength, like I said as well. Like you just want to move on to the next thing, which is fine, but are you filling a void of a loss? It could be a loss that you've chosen, like you just want to move on, and you kind of, have you had full closure on it? You will know, so you need to use your discernment on that. Maybe you need to give yourself space. Like, are you avoiding your feelings? Yes, look. Rest and rejuvenation. I feel some of you are trying to just move on, like, that's it, I'm ready for the next thing, I need to fill this gap, I'm avoiding, the healing when it's needed. There's so many cards that's saying it's needed here. And it's needed. And rest and rejuvenation, to give you some assurance, is a number 10. It's 19 making 10, which means it's a completion. You just need to heal. For those of you that are avoiding it, the angel of balance as well has come out with rest and rejuvenation. So I'd say give yourself some time, Michael, Archangel Michael. So we've got, the throat chakra, we've got the root chakra and solar plexus, which is about being your authentic self, which we know that you're ready to step into. But root down, ground yourself, and also listen to your gut, so that once you heal, and you go forward, you're not gonna have a setback in terms of where you're like, suddenly your emotions take over you. Some of you are coming to the conclusion that you need to let go of someone you haven't yet, because you can see a healthier version of love out there. Either you already connect to someone, or you are going to be, you see the potential for something that's more aligned with where you want to go, the new version of you. You see a more healthier. What does healthier mean? That's something tapping into your energy. But really do. Now, some of you might be attaching or staying because you're frightened, not only of the new version of you to emerge and to avoid feelings of what you need to face, but also maybe you feel a bit of stability, of knowing that you're stable right now, whether it's your finances, whether it's to do with your home. Where's our root chakra? Where is it? Oh, it's here. Yeah. Whether it's to stability with your home as well. And interesting, financial constraints is a number 4, which is about stability. So is your root chakra. So air signs, there's multiple messages here. You know, it's important to take which part of it resonates. But for those of you that are avoiding facing your feelings, I would say it's great that you found this new version of yourself. But if there's some healing that you're avoiding, like I'm ready for the next new person, I see someone, or I know there's a healthier version out there, then take time to rest and heal. Even if you're feeling right now, no, I'm ready, you're telling me, no, I'm ready, there's someone who's saying, no, I'm ready. Take a couple of days, just take it as a downtime, without keeping yourself really busy, without dating this new person if you already know this new person, and see what comes to you. Completion. So the old version of you is completed. It's completed. You are stepping into the new version of you. And I just split the deck. The deck was calling at me. I split it and I pulled up completion. That's the deck in total. So that's what I have for you, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. If this resonated, please do like and subscribe so that I know it has resonated with you. But you also support the channel for it to grow. But also with these messages, it's really good, seen as it's like a spiritual coaching, inner guidance, healing themes that are out every, they're relevant for about 10 days. This is probably going to be relevant until about the 6th, when we have an energy shift. There might be something that comes up next week because of the 3rd, Mercury moving into Taurus. So I will do another one, but it will probably be relevant for, we start on the 4th of April to feel the full moon's energy. So it'll probably be, I need to tap into that energy and make sure that it won't shift after the full moon, so that it continues for you post that week into the 2nd week of April. We've got a solar eclipse also coming up in April. But yeah, I hope that was helpful, and take care of yourselves. So, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or water? Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Messages for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, please. Messages for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Page of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. You guys have been focused on yourself. And slowly but surely, what's arriving is the Ten of Pentacles. What you've been wanting, what you know is for you, is arriving. So, okay, let's get more messages. It's great to see you're in a self-love, self-recognition space, or you're trying to focus on yourself to make sure that you are in a self-worth place. Queen of Pentacles, very heavy earth. Ace of Swords. Emperor. Nine of Cups. There's going to be some sort of breakthrough here in a new cycle where you might need to step up as a leader. I'm not sure if this came through in another theme for you. It's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you, but I don't know why I'm getting that some of you are scared. Look at you moving away. Yet you know that the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles is what you really needed. There also could be a new love, the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. But I think this is to do with what you're going to step up to a version of yourself of what is coming through. But I'm also getting that you're kind of scared. Interesting. Ten of Swords. You're kind of scared, like you know it's coming and you're like, oh my God, I need to run. Okay. I mean, this could be a new love, a new person for you. You're seeing clearly, you're seeing through the veil of what's coming through for you. It's a new cycle. Look, you can see clearly what's coming through for you. But as it's arriving, it was slow, but now it's suddenly arriving with this Ace of Swords. You're like, I went from this to this. Can I hide in the basement or outside in the garden? I wonder with the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles, if some of you are starting a family where you've been focused on you, Hermit, Virgo, you've come through. But then we've got all earth anyway. But yeah, you've been focused on you, and now you or your partner is pregnant, and the focus is going to, obviously, you might be a bit overwhelmed. You know it's coming, but it's like you're expanding the family and it's like it's happening, but I'm overwhelmed. I need time. I need something. And I mean, I think you'll be fine. You just need to breathe a little bit. Maybe you need a few days out to absorb it, but you're kind of like, in this first case, look at me. You're kind of like, I need to absorb this. I'm anxious. I'm overwhelmed. You know, there's fear here. Whether it's, you know, it's your house, it's people, it's a person coming for you that you've been maybe trying to manifest. You're surprised, you're overwhelmed, and you'll be fine though. Like I said, that's why I said it could also be a pregnancy. We could see, let's see if we get like other cards that indicate that. I'll bring it back up. Three of Pentacles. So you're expanding. There is definitely an expansion of people around you, which could be to do with expanding your family, new additions to your family. It could be networking. It could be to do with the business, the opportunities. It could be a new home, a new community that you're moving to with all these pentacles. You just need to develop more self-power, personal power. I wonder with let's just see. I wonder with these cards as well. Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and Six of Swords. Are people that you know, because we've been doing the spiritual theme reading, there has been an element of you needing to move away of what's not aligned for you and toxic. Maybe you're trying to do that and there's people trying to hold you back to their version of you, or just hold you back in general. Trying to keep you in their reality. Maybe that's also overwhelming you, where you need a bit more personal power. I do feel strongly, which I was going to say, is that spirit is actually pushing you in a direction now, and is bringing you what you know you need, what you've wanted, which is actually scaring you. But there's a magician and the mirror. It's looking into your personal power, that you have this. You have this under your belt. You actually have been trying to manifest this. Now, 5 and 3 also means advancement. You know, it's been what you've been trying to get through to. And you've been trying to manifest this. Spirit is trying to push you and give you the signs with that card. They're pushing you in direction where they're giving you what you want, but you know, the opportunities are presented by spirit, but where you can transform what you've wanted and move towards it, or you can transform the difficulties and the environments that weren't aligned to you into the great blessings of this new path, new person, new expansion, new whatever it is, a new personal power that you have. You've also got, like I said, you've got the nine of cups, the 9 of, these are all focused on you, and it's very much someone who's in alignment with where they need to be. It's very positive. But there's something that maybe is scaring you, but you now have the personal power to move. I can't help but look at, you know, he has all the elements, but if he chooses this side here, and he can choose this side. And this card doesn't mean if you choose this side, it's the right side. But I feel this side is leading to a tower. You're staying in with the people that you know is no longer for you. You're not moving to the new opportunities that slowly, this is shining a light on a new journey, on a new path, on new expansion in your family. Is what I'm getting with that is, don't go back to the past. But use your discernment. I don't want you to... Angel of love. I've felt it for a few of you, and I know I've come up in a Capricorn reading. Don't go back to a love. I mentioned in a Capricorn reading that you might not be open to new opportunities or people because what you've been tainted of an ex-love, but you still kind of also hold on to that ex-love, even though it's died and fizzled out. You somehow hold on to it, yet you know it's a toxic thing. This could be for your environment, it could be for business, it could be for whatever it is. Find balance in your personal power, but the angel of love is here. I can't help but also say this is an angel. So you're protected. Like I said, there's the spirit guides moving you in the right direction, and you need to move into this direction. Don't go to the past. use, like I said, use your discernment, air signs, but I strongly believe that that's what's coming up. And this card, daughter value, solar plexus, is telling me you know. You know, Spirit is giving you the opportunities, is pushing you in direction, and your soul and your gut know that direction. If you're not seeing it clearly as I'm talking, yeah, I know, but I do need a breather, I do need time out, I'm a bit overwhelmed, blah, blah, blah. Look deeper in your soul if this is not ringing bells, because you know the answer. Your soul knows the answer. That's what I said, look deeper in your soul. Take some time out. Like I said, take a couple of days, take a breather to really just accept what's happening. I mean, if it's like expansion of your family, if it's a new love that's entered your life and you're kind of like, yes, I feel this, but I don't know if I can move forward. If it's a new business, if it's a new, environment, community, you know the right direction. What's holding you back is probably either the people around you, an older version. If it's people that you know the door is closed, you need to totally close that door, because it's not going to help you move past the past into this new. And it's also going to keep you feeling mixed emotions. Now, this is very obviously, there's different scenarios for you because it's collectively Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And that's why I also say subscribe, so that it helps tunnel down the quest. You're on a journey. I just split the deck. Quest, your personal quest. Move towards it, whatever it is. You're pregnant, the person's pregnant, expansion of the family, moving towards a partnership, moving towards your purpose, a career, towards a new love, whatever it is. And I strongly feel it's to do with partnerships for some of you. Partnerships can be love, it can be to do with anything else. Some of you, it could be even family, where they're holding you back and trying to hold on to keeping you in their reality, where you need to move. It could be just moving out, moving home, whatever it is. As I mentioned this, you're going to be able to fit it into your context. So that's what I really have for you. The guidance is to move into the new, don't go back to the past. And it's actually lovely, because the universe is delivering what you want, what you need, what you've been trying to manifest. It's here. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this, and please do like, subscribe, and give it a thumbs up, which is like a like, or comment, and I'll see you in your next readings. Do check your April readings out. Do check the elemental readings of updates. If you are a subscriber, let me know what your top signs are. If you're also a subscriber, let me know what readings you'll be interested in. If you want a personal reading, you can check out my email in the description box below, or any of my services, and also my website. So take care, and we'll move on to water. Hey there, water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm not sure if that's just gone a bit bright. Okay. If you've not seen the astrological update, please do see it. I think it'll be helpful. Okay, so some of you are distracted. That's not an excuse, but there's some of you that are distracted. Okay, listen in. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is it about the new you that people are not accepting or can't believe is you? This came up for your theme, and it's very much Scorpio as well. It's come up in your last theme. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Oh la la. Seven of Cups. Star. You guys have really been trying to heal, and some of you, I mentioned it in some of your readings, there's been some health concerns that you maybe have put you back. It could also be just injuries, it could be anything minor, it could be to mental, it could be physical. You've really needed to take some time out to rebalance yourself and heal. You could also be dealing with Aquarius. It could have been significant during Aquarius time. Obviously, with these readings, I focus on internal spiritual growth and help during the themes of the week. So do check the astrological week of what this is covering. This is going to cover up to about the 6th, because the full moon is around the 6th or 7th. So the themes could be up to then. The moon can start to be felt around the 4th. So if there's also a new message for you, I'll definitely put it out. This will still be very relevant. So it doesn't mean when the next spiritual guidance is out, or Astro week, which the Astro week is more limited in time space, which I give the dates. It's sometimes beyond 1 week. This is a check-in from last ones, which took us up to the end of March. So it's just tying in end of March and a couple of days into April. Next week there will be more, but this is going into 6th, 7th of April. What I'm getting with this is that there is the new version of you that people are not able to, that are kind of taken back from. They're like, is this the real version of me? Okay, you are actually blazing. You know, you are actually glowing. There's a new energy of you, about you, and this is glowing, and people are not really sure, because you was in this kind of healing energy, and I think it was to do with raising your vibration and trying to get out of whatever you were feeling, going into this energy. And let's pull more cards a minute. See, the moon wanted to come out, where people are not able to see, don't believe this new you is you. It's kind of like they want to hold on to the version they have, which is like superficial. When I say superficial, I don't mean like they have a version of you that's more beautiful or something. It's kind of like, it's not you, it's not your authentic self, it's not a tangible self. Look, this is your glow up. Focused on me. I am now focused on me. And you're attractive with the Ace of Wands. There is also a delivery from the universe for you, but I will go into that. It could be a new love. As I say, that King of Pentacles, some of you will get a new love. Hermit. So, and it could definitely be an earth sign. It could be a Virgo. It could be any earth sign. What I'm really getting though is that you need to stick with your authentic self. Don't let any version of whatever people put of you make you seep back into where you were. I feel like a quieter version of you, even though you're not loud, is kind of like a less glowy, out there type of version of you. But this person that you are now is actually you. It's just that you were kind of a bit quiet because you're trying to deal with getting back into your groove. That's it. Getting back into the groove of who you are. And now you're stepping into that. Hopefully for those of you that have struggled with kind of maybe victimized, maybe why is this happening to me, maybe from things that have happened to you, maybe a bit of depression. That's what they're struggling to let go of. And I feel there's love here, and you could have choices. I feel this is where I'm telling you, don't seep back into dip at the old version of you, but I think there might be choices of people around you. So new people coming in. And those that, so with this, you're choosing, one second, those that actually, there'll be people that are around you that you know, stick on to this, okay? And there'll be people around you that you know recognize this version of you and they're happy with it. And that's your choice. You then know who your tribe is. Who do I need to let go of? You know, who do I not need to pay attention or energy to? The sun. It becomes very clear who is your tribe. Who's there for you? Whether you're down, whether you're up, whether you're glowing, whatever version of you that you grow through, the sun brings clarity and you know who those are. The sun is also saying that you are beaming like the sun right now. Things are clear for you. Things that you want are going to start coming through fruition. That's tarot based. We're talking about inner healing, but I wanted to give you that message. Like I said, a new love could be justice. Justice is really saying where the scales are balancing out, where you've had a difficult time and now you're getting back on your feet. And as soon as you're getting back on your feet, the universe is clearing the way for you, making it light for you and delivering something towards you. You have taken time out to heal and recognize, but then you've also decided, I need to step out of this and I need to get back to me. Justice in terms of knowing who your tribe is. Justice in terms of also closing out. Let's see if the cycle comes, but I think you're closing out that cycle. And although this new version of you, I feel some of you are saying, but I still don't feel 100%. I still feel like, why am I in this? I'm trying, like some days you're getting there. Justice is giving you, is saying, this is not the judgment card to say that you are judging yourself better, but it's saying that justice is going to be granted to you for whatever difficulty you've gone through. Eight of Cups. Leaving the past version of yourself behind. Leaving the people that you need to behind, because you need to move on. You need to be in this space where you are happy with yourself. And you continue to be happy within yourself. Sorry. Confident, healed. Aligned, grounded, knowing when you need to take time out, you take time out to focus on you, but you don't get yourself down into like a sword energy. But there's definitely movement away from, like I said, old version of you, what has been dragging you down. There's a choice here, and I wonder if you're also finding difficulty in making this choice, whether it's around the people. Are people also pressuring you to make this choice, which is maybe stressing you out? King of Wands. Closing out a cycle, a new cycle. Knight of Swords. I feel there is something that's stressing you out, but I don't know if it's the people around you that's stressing you out to make a choice. And is there really a need for you to make a choice? I feel like with the King of Wands, this is the people rushing you or something that's putting pressure on you, but you step away a bit. Do I need to make a choice? And you know whether you need to make a choice or not. You're listening to your gut with this. You connected to your mind and your heart and your gut with this. You're aligned when you listen to yourself and trust yourself. Fixed energy, Taurus, but no, not Taurus, sorry, Taurus, yes, Taurus, Scorpio, not Capricorn, Leo and Aquarius. You could have a Leo in your energy or Leo in your charts. We've got 2 cards that signify that. You might want to check the fire signs reading. Ace of Pentacles. Another ace. Delivery, abundance, wealth, stability. Step away from what's not for you. You will still have the stability, security, and alignment that you need to feel yourself. There's a fear of lack here. There's a fear of lack of hope and anxiety. I'm just getting that through channeled message. We don't have many sword cards here. But you know what's toxic and you know what's holding you back. It could also be you, look. You know what's holding you back and you know you need to move in a certain direction. It could also be yourself. Like I said at the beginning, victimization. Holding on to an old version of yourself. Holding on to maybe your finances, your abundance, stability, because you fear the closing out of the cycle. But look at this new that's coming in. Also the Ace of Wands we had, and we had the Sun. And we've got the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Are you in your own way? I feel like you guys know what's best for you. Look at that. Master number 22, yin and yang. You know how to balance it. You know what you need to do to balance out a situation for you to move into the right direction. So that's actually beautiful, water signs. I'm actually feeling a renowned energy of you knowing what you need. Even if this reading gives you the confidence that I'm telling you, you know, but you're still doubting yourself, you're going to be fine. And take as much time as you need to figure it out. But try and stay in, even if this new version of yourself is going back and forth every day, try to recognize it when you feel it. Try to feel it. Try to smile into it. Don't sit back, because you deserve better. You deserve to be happy as well, for those of you that have had a difficult time. I think we've all had a bit of difficult time, to be honest with you, and the energy now helps us shift into a better time. If you've not checked the astrology, I would say check the astrology. I would also go into checking the other elements as well, because you will pick up on something there that might even add to the current, or it might speak to you in another area of your life, or it might speak to you at certain days of the 10 days the theme is for, or the week that the theme is for, and come back and visit at any time, because it might not make as much sense when you listen to it, but then one day you choose that you're cooking and you put it on and you're like, got it. So have a lovely day wherever you are, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you're someone that's continued to listen to through all the elements, that's amazing, because you get a collective feel of the collective and the astrology, and you can take what best suits you and come back and revisit what best suits you as well. So bye for now, and I'll see you in our next readings.